Hi and welcome down to the Brabazon Golf Course here at the Belfry. This is the 6th hole. My name is Chris Ryan, and in this video we're going to give you a really simple training exercise that you can do to help you increase your club head speed and to give you a little bit more awareness of what you need to do to increase that speed. So certainly we know that the game is much easier if we can advance that ball a little bit further down the fairway. Now, just because we are trying to increase our club head speed, that doesn't mean that we're going to go on the golf course and swing the club as quick as we can. If we can swing the club at about 80%, that's probably going to leave us in a good position to sort of control the golf ball. If, however, we can increase the top speed that we can achieve, we can still swing at 80%, but that 80% is going to be a little bit quicker because our top speed is higher, if that sort of makes any sense. So certainly speed training is something I would get a lot of golfers to do because I think too many golfers out there actually are told to swing slower, slow down, that kind of thing. Rhythm is important, timing is important, absolutely, but certainly the better golfers are often the golfers who can generate a little bit more speed and therefore advance the ball a little bit further down the fairway. So this is something I want you to do in practice, and it's really simple, but it's actually going to certainly help you, I think, increase that club head speed. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a starting position, and I've got a 4-iron here. It doesn't have to be a 4-iron, but you can use one of your iron clubs, and very simply what we're going to get you to do is hover the golf club, and we're just going to get you to make some swings and just try and hear the swoosh of the golf club. So if I do that a couple of times for you, you should hopefully hear the golf club swooshing around about impact. And that's certainly a noise that I can hear and I can relate to. Now, what we're looking for you to do here is think a little bit about where that happens. What I wouldn't want is to hear that noise sort of over here behind the golf ball. And that's certainly what a few of you may well find. If I tee a ball up, or I can sort of figure out roughly where the middle of my stance is, not only do I want to hear that noise, but I don't really want to hear it sort of behind the golf ball. I want to try and make that noise happen sort of ball or certainly target side of the golf ball. So hopefully if I do that again, you'll hear a slightly different sound. So to me, that sounds as if it's in this area here, in an area that's about 3 to 4 feet past the golf ball. So the drill is kind of, it's almost got two parts to it. Firstly, we're trying to get that noise as loud as we can. We're trying to generate enough speed that we can get that to sound a bit louder. But we're also trying to control exactly where that noise happens. And again, we're after that to happen target side of the golf ball. So what this is going to start for you to do is it's going to start to get you to figure out how to put some forces through this handle, which is going to put some speed into that golf club. At this stage, obviously, there is no golf ball, we're not hitting a ball, we're just trying to develop the skill that is going to put some speed into that golf club. Then we can start to introduce the ball and start to put things together and hopefully get a ball to go down the fairway with a little bit more distance. But job number one is to actually just generate some speed when we haven't got a golf ball, and start to generate that speed in the right area. Once you've done a couple of those, you can go ahead and hit it. So I'm actually going to try and put a little bit more speed into this. This might not be what I would do normally on the course, but let's go ahead and see if I can swing this with some speed and try and get those same feelings that I just had, that the noise is going to be a little bit later than the golf ball. Okay, and certainly wouldn't have that one back. It's a pretty good shot straight to the middle of the fairway. So the feels that I have and the ideas that I have in the practice, I can then take to the ball, and that is certainly going to help you better understand what you're trying to do to create some speed. Many golfers, unfortunately, don't recognise what needs to happen to create speed. They often have the wrists or too much tension in the forearms of the wrists. They don't create that noise. If I do this, very difficult for me to create that noise, that audio feedback that I'm after. As soon as I start to realise that I can start to sort of create some hinge here, create some speed on the way through, that's certainly going to leave me in a much better place on the golf course when I want to try and create a little bit more speed. So a very simple drill. You don't need anything other than a golf club and yourself, and you can hopefully start to train yourself to increase the speed and hopefully make the game a little bit easier to play. Thank you for watching. Comments box down below, like button as well. So if you did like the video, please click that, and any comments about the video, let me know and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And last thing, if you haven't done already, then please subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free, loads more videos on there and more being uploaded weekly. So click the link in the description down below and that'll allow you to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.